Hi guys! So today I created this super intense blue silvery look using the James Charles palette and as well as the Tooface Pretty Rich palette. And y'all know Tooface Pretty Rich is my favorite palette. So if you want to see how I got this look, go ahead and keep on watching. Okay, so as you can see, I've already got my eyes prepped and my eyebrows done. And I prepped my eyes with the MAC Soft Ochre paint pot. Can you see that? Oh, yep, there it is. Maybe I should do it the right way. Hello. Soft Ochre. And the reason why I use this is because when you're using the James Charles palette, they say it's best to use this as opposed to a concealer. So let's get started. First color I'm going in with is a shade called Sister from the James Charles palette. And the reason why I'm using this shade, it's kind of a peachy and it's a softer color and it's a really good transition shade, I feel. Because the MAC paint pot is a sticky product, but that's the whole point. It gets the shadow to really stick, and once it adheres to that product, then it really starts blending out, as you can see. So we'll start on the other eye. Reaching back in to grab some more. When I first got this James Charles palette, I was kind of discouraged because I was like, oh, it's so pretty and it's got so many cool colors. And then when I first tried it, I was like, what? You know, it didn't work. It was really tricky to work with. And then I just kept watching a lot of videos, a lot of tutorials, a lot of Instagram, a lot of YouTube. And I finally figured it out. It wasn't the usual kind of stuff that I'm used to. I'm used to going in light and then blending. The next shade that we're going to go into in the James Charles palette is called Brother. And we're going to pack the color on and I'll show you exactly what I mean. So using a fairly dense brush, like this Morphe brush right here. You see the color? And instead of blending, I'm going to go right in my crease. And I'm going to pack it on. And dip back in, dip back in. And it looks really silly at first. More intensity. I'm going to take it sharp right there out at the edges. Brother. More brother. And I don't know if you guys have the same problem, but one eye always looks better than the other. Always. Now, as you can see, I have hooded eyes, and so what I'm trying to do is not have, like, see when I open my eyes, you can barely see the blue. So I'm going to bring this blue a little bit higher than actually my brow bone, so you can actually see the color a little bit. Every time I open up my eyes, I don't want you to lose that beautiful blue color. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead in with another big fat fluffy brush, clean, and I'm going to pick up the white shade in the palette called Flashback. And go back in and keep blending with that white shade Flashback. See the difference between this eye and this eye? Looks pretty good. Let's do the other eye. Same thing, big fluffy brush, the white shade in the palette called Flashback. And I'm just going to keep dipping back in there until I feel like this is really blended out. It looks pretty good. So with that same brush that I used for Brother, I'm going to dip into the palette and I'm going to go with the shade Cola, and I'm just going to go right underneath of it. Packing it on. Same thing with the other eye, packing on the shade Cola right underneath that first shade Brother. And I didn't put on my makeup, my face makeup, before I started this look because it does have fallout and we're using a really dark blue. And so, yeah, you don't want to have a blue face all day. We're going to go back in with the shade Cola and we're going to deepen up that outer corner. Same thing on the other eye. Just deepening up that corner with the shade Cola. And for some reason, I feel like, usually I like this eye better, but today I'm liking this one. Who knows? Okay, I'm going to go back in with that big fluffy brush, and I'm going to go back in with that big fluffy brush, and I'm going to pick up that transition shade that we used, called Sister. It's kind of sticky right there, but I'm going to pick up more of that white in the palette, just to soften up even that transition shade, and get the edges off. Takes that edge off right there. Same thing over on this eye. The shade Flashback. Just to soften up that edge right there. So now I'm going to do a cut crease off of camera, and the reason why is because I have a hard time seeing, so I have to get in really close on my mirror. So I have to turn it around, zoom in. But one day we'll do a tutorial on cut creases. So I'll be back. Okay guys, welcome back. So I did my very best that I could possibly do with mature eyes for a half cut crease, and I used Shape Tape Concealer, and I just used a very, very small brush. I'll show you the brush. It's a really cheap one that I got, I don't know, years ago from Eco Tools, I guess. And I just kind of carved it out. But I will show you in another tutorial how to do that. But next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the dark black shade in the palette, and I'm going to deepen up even more on the edges out here. I tap it off a little bit because it can give you some fallout. I'm using a small Morphe brush, and I'm just focusing on the outer corner, just the outer corner. So now I'm going to go into the Pretty Rich palette, and I'm going to pick up a silvery shimmery shade, and let's just see what the name of it is. It is called Silver Spoons. This one right here. Pick up some of that silvery shade. And it's a shimmer. It's a really pretty shimmer. Oh, okay. It's going on pretty good, actually. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. That turned out pretty good. I love this Pretty Rich palette. It's been like my favorite all-time go-to palette the whole time. Once I found it, I was just like, oh gosh. It's hard to put it down, but you know, you can't do glitz and glamour every single day. And it's got a lot of pressed glitters in it, and it's just so beautiful. So there is that. So now I'm going to go back in with some of that cola shade right there on the edges where that black is, just to bring it back in a little bit more. More cola. See how it makes it look a little bit more transitioned instead of just choppy? Like this one looks choppy. You can see the black and you can see the shimmer shade. And I'll show you what I mean once we put it in between the two. There we go. It's just helping that transition a little bit better. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go ahead and pop on some mascara, some lashes, and I'm going to do my under lash line. Again, it's one of those things I have a hard time doing on camera because I have to get really close. So, we'll see you in a few seconds. Okay guys, so off camera, I went ahead and finished up the rest of my face makeup, popped on some mascara and some lashes, and I did my bottom lash line exactly how I did my top lash line, except for I did it in reverse. I also added some black eyeliner to my waterline, and I used Urban Decay 24/7 eyeliner in the shade Perversion. It's actually my favorite. So I want to thank you guys for watching, and here is the final look. If you want to see more videos from me and more tutorials, don't forget to like and subscribe.